Hi there. Welcome to another Tuesday Talk. I was recently working with a client who related a story to me that just really grabbed my attention. They had just had an employee that sold a very high ticket item. I mean, nearly 7 figures high ticket. And the buyer was disappointed. When they were taking possession of the item, it was done remotely without any fanfare at all. It was kind of like, go pick this thing up. After spending so much money, they were expecting something more grand, maybe at least a little bit of appreciation. So what happened here? Was the customer out of line with those expectations? Probably not. That's a lot of money. Was this a bad salesperson? Well, the answer is no. What happened here is a disconnect between how the buyer viewed the sale versus how the salesperson viewed it. For the buyer, this was a huge deal. They probably won't spend this much money in a single place for many years, if ever. This was an event for them. The salesperson, however, had sold several of these that week alone and would probably sell many more. For them, the sale was a transaction, not an event. Just get it done and move on to the next buyer. It was nothing really out of the ordinary. As a result of this disconnect, the seller is likely to receive poor reviews, and they're not really all that likely to receive referrals from this person, right? The buyer, on their hand, is left with a bad taste in their mouth and what should have been a real positive, exciting event for them, all because of a mindset difference between transaction and event. After hearing this story and absorbing the obvious sales and customer experience lessons from it, I thought about it from a different perspective. What does this lesson mean for leadership? Well, think about your relationship with your employees. In many cases, you'll have several, if not many, employees working under your umbrella. They, on the other hand, probably only have one leader, maybe 2 at the most. As a leader in this situation, you're making many decisions each day, dealing with many different issues that come up with your many different employees. In your mind, these issues are just part of the day. You deal with them and you move on. They're a transaction. But from the employee's perspective, your attention, your decisions are much more significant. Having your attention might not happen very regularly for them. For your employees, your time is an event, just like the buyer in the example before. So as you're dealing with your employees, keep this in mind. Are you falling into the transaction trap? Or are you treating each encounter with your employees as an event? By having an event-based mindset, you'll find that you can empathize more and create more engagement and loyalty with your team. Think about this during the week. Are you a transactional leader or are you an event-based leader? Until next week, go and make it happen.